back to Emotional Mojo. Our next guest is a leading body language expert, renowned speaker, and trainer specializing in deception detection. And she is here today to discuss the secret to finding love. Welcome, Susan Constantine. Welcome. Body language is very important. It can kind of make or break a date, right?
Certainly can. You know, your first impression is a lasting impression. So the minute they meet you, they're going to like you or dislike you.
No pressure.
No pressure. Exactly. Right up front.
So then what can we do on a date to kind of keep it real? Because we don't want to put off the vibes we're not intending to, and we don't want to look like someone we're not.
Right. Well, first, the number one thing is to match and mirror your opponent. So, in other words, if you're meeting
Opponent?
I'm sorry, your opponent.
Yeah,
Why did you say that? Was it something subconscious?
Well, when you're meeting someone for the very first time, you, regardless whether it's relationships or business or if you're sales and prospecting, it doesn't matter. You want to match and mirror the person that you're with.
And why?
So, and what I'm saying is the body language. So, if somebody's going too fast and you're really slow, the other person's kind of feel like you're not speeding up enough. So you, if you're the one that wants to make an impression, you want to then mirror their body language. So if they're, you know, fast talkers,
Except that a guy
excited,
can't cross his legs if the lady's crossing the legs.
He could, but
well,
he
he
did,
could
but
cross
in a
his legs,
different direction.
not exactly. But here's the thing: is the first thing we want to do when we're mirroring them, we want to face their belly button in the same direction. It's called the belly button rule. Okay? You align your belly buttons because the minute you shift your body language one way or the other, you're telling the way they want to exit out. So the way your body language is positioned tells you a lot whether that person is really
Like
into
I'm
you or not.
Here, I'm into you.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing is there's nothing better than eye gazing. That connection at a cellular level,
How
deeply
long
inside
can we
there.
eye gaze?
Yeah, I was
Because
going to say that.
if we're on a
Right.
first date
Yeah.
and I'm looking at you like this, you're going to go, okay, this guy's up to something.
Well, I'm going to be saying blink, blink, okay? But here is the rule, is 70 to 80% of the time. So you're looking at 70, 80% of the time, you break away. This doesn't mean you're glancing up and down at the people that are walking.
Right, you don't want to do this.
Oh, you're not checking
them
out the other person.
You're not picking up the cell phone. You're not looking at your text messages or being authentic.
Okay.
The other thing is lean in, tilt your head. Seem interested.
Is that like a nurturing thing too? Like when we're compassionate towards someone, we tend, like when we're with a child, we always go, oh. You know, so
Yeah.
we're sort of more compassionate.
Well, the difference between that is when you go, oh, what happens? Your shoulders come down. That's lack of confidence. That's nurturing. We're not wanting to nurture our partner. What we want to do is keep it up. Lean, everyone just kind of lean in your waist, tilt your head slightly, smile. And then just kind of nod your head. Oh, look at that.
I love it.
I
I
love
ask
it.
you this: online
Certainly.
dating, very popular nowadays. So you lose that connection. A first date online is not necessarily in person. So what about when body language is taken off the table?
Well,
What do you do? Is there a special etiquette to follow?
There is a lot because first of all, there's a lot of content that goes inside their profile. You agree? There's lots of hidden messages that are in there, so you have to really
some of
read
them
it
call
through.
lies.
There are a lot of them are lies. Okay. Here's the the other thing is too is that look at the photographs. Are they recent photographs? You know, oftentimes, what is the biggest complaint that people have? It doesn't look like you. Okay. It's like 30, 40 pounds
Get
larger.
catfish.
So here's the thing that I would recommend: Skype. Skype is great. Before you meet them, get them
like
on
that.
Skype, get to talk to them.
You can look at the face, you can get a feeling, you can look at some of the body, if depending on how wide the shot is.
And if the woman has a scrunchie in her hair, it's probably not a very recent photo. I'm just saying.
Right. And the other thing is, now think about when you meet them for the first time. Won't that kind of minimize some of that physical kind of
Some of the pressure.
nervousness?
Yeah.
You already know them. You've already connected with them. You're able to look at their eyes and see their fun gesturing and so forth. So definitely Skyping is really cool.
Well, Susan, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
joining us. We want to have some fun with you because we have a game called Yes or No. We're going to ask some questions and everyone gets to share their opinion and we'll talk about it. So I'm going to keep it in the dating field. Okay, so before a first date, should you Google him or her, the person you're about to meet? If it's
Of course. Yes.
You think so?
The ladies
Yes.
will always say yes because they want to be safe. I would
Yes.
probably say,
He doesn't know.
I say no.
I Google
Why do you
everybody.
say no,
Because
Michelle?
you're going to
I want some
ruin
excitement.
everything. What are you going to talk about if you already know everything about this person and you might scare her?
Susan has a different opinion.
Not necessarily, because now you've got stuff you can talk about. So what I think is that you can find out what's important to them by Googling them, and then you can inject that into your conversation.
So how was your time
subliminally.
in jail? When did you get out?
Yes, and here's the other thing. What if you find something that makes you decide, I don't want to meet this person, and they can't explain it, you know? they
What
don't
do
have a
we do?
chance to meet you and talk to you.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing: is you've never met them from straight on. Never return the phone call back. I just don't. You know,
Really?
quite frankly, that's the wonderful thing that you can create that barrier because, quite frankly, I've seen people get into serious situations and actually been on a first date and found out that there's been some serious problems behind you. Absolutely
Yeah.
need to Google
And
that.
I
person.
think it's for
Okay.
safety.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that.
Totally.
Next question. Should you go out with a person again if you get along, everything's great, but there's no physical spark? Nothing physical.
Yes, you should.
Yeah,
You
'cause
think so?
if you want to develop
Everybody's
a friendship, if you've already got too
I
many
had to
friends,
think
Tara's
forget
a
it.
little
that one.
hesitant.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not sure
But
about
the
that
physical attraction is very important to a relationship.
I
Is that something that can grow
Well,
then?
you
Is
could
that what
have
you're saying?
friendship,
Yeah,
though.
you could have friendship, but I definitely think the physical component is important because I personally feel that sex and intimacy is important for a relationship. And if you're not physically attracted to the person, you definitely have to develop some
But you
other
said
connection.
yes, you should go out with them again. So
Yeah, but you have to decide whether or not you can connect with them, but there has to be some physical.
Just decide what is the relationship you want. Now you've realized, hey, I'm not physically attracted to this person. I don't want a romantic
Well, I
relationship,
mean
but
on a
maybe I want to be
date.
But
friends.
you
I mean,
mean-
should you give a person a romantic chance if there's not a
Yes,
physical
I
spark?
do.
Then that's a no.
Well, I agree. Yes,
guy says
I
no.
do because what it's just like a billboard. You have to see it sometimes 5, 6, 7 times before you really start to like me. And here's the other thing: likability really increases the more often that you see them. So when you see them for the very first time, you already may have that first impression, but we have to build on that. Give it another second date, maybe a third date.
Okay.
Every third date, you don't know.
And you say no.
I say no
Okay.
because guys, women will slowly develop a relationship with a guy in attraction, but men won't. They want to know there's instant attraction.
All right,
Okay.
thanks for playing
You're
that game
welcome.
with us. We got another story happening here, though.